Hello. Today we're playing the hit video game, Slay the Princess. Um. Oh yeah. Um. We're going to commit regicide today. So that'll be fantastic. Also, my audio still hates me. One moment. All right, there we go. Now we got the game. Oh, too big. Alright, content warning. This is a horror game, and it is not intended for all audience. Visit our website, uh, flickering image effects, as well as a parallax? Hold on, what does that mean? There's audio? No! Parallax. Alright, that's probably fine. Either of these cause health issues, you can disable them in the game's preferences. However hard you have hard and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh I'm gonna kill. Oh goodness, there's a load. Chapter 1, why are there I thought this was like gonna take like 20
You're
minutes.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Sick.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Got it. I reckon she's going to end the world is because she's killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Why? There's so many options. Can someone else do this? Yeah, for real. Have you ever considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Okay, so, actually, yeah, I'm in this for the money. Thanks for telling me what to do. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Yeah, I want the money.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Alright. I'd do it for 6 cents. Okay. I could just leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Lie.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
We're actually playing the Stanley Parable today, guys.
What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Did I win?
It looks like this path...
Oh, screw you. I
cabin.
wanted to leave.
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved up. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I'll just load a new game.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path.
Won't this just lead to the cabin again, actually?
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to go in there anyway, but it would be really funny if I went back again. Okay. I guess I still...
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone
I
who
thought there were no
ever
wrong
has,
choices.
as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go.
I win.
As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin.
Why are there so
An
many?
infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying
What if
to
I start
draw you
digging
back to
down?
where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yeah.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Did I win?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, but
You're
I
here
thought I
to
left.
slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of...
Why?
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
No, I
Oh,
don't
one
wanna.
before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Okay, I know. I said I was going to immediately kill her, but now we're on this path of just making the narrator angry. I'm gonna immediately not kill her.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Oh man.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors,
Hello?
all projected across what's almost the only furniture of
Oh,
note,
I didn't
a
mean to proceed.
table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
This mirror, I was looking at the achievements before the stream. This mirror was the like icon for one of them, so I think this is gonna be
The
important.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If
Can
you
I
want us
take
to
it?
take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity?
For real!
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea
Even
what we're
better,
dealing
why
with.
don't we go back?
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, but when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess.
I'm
and
doing the
through
silly
that
route.
action, save the entire world.
Oh, this is the parallax effect, alright.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Sick.
Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if
Can
we
you
close
quit
our eyes,
yapping?
you're constantly describing it to us.
Can I just,
I'm
like,
not going
take
to
the
stop
knife
doing
and
my
go
job,
through the door?
so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
That's what
This
I'm
thing
saying.
here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Among Us? um... Yeah, I'm gonna go to the
You walk
mirror.
up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward
Oh.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us
Yeah,
to
I'm
see.
gonna get the mirror ending, I've decided. Oh, I can't get the
You
mirror
take the
ending.
blade from the table. It
I
would be
thought,
difficult to
since he
destroy
said
the
that, I was just
princess
gonna
and
be,
save
like,
the
over
world
here or
without a
something.
weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife. You really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Oh, you have a... Keep your... Hold the blade the
Switch
other
your
way.
grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Okay. I really want to get to the actual game, but this would be so funny.
Yes! Do it! Laughing. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without
I'll
it.
fist fight her.
We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually.
Yeah, only 4
One thing's
billion
for
years
sure,
left, that's not a
this
lot.
place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Alright, I guess I'm going into the basement.
The door to the
Oh,
basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
all of these look like they're going down. I have no idea
The
what you're
air here
talking
has a
about.
sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, a kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to
Yes!
ruin his day.
I guess we take the center one.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
This is going down.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on
Oh,
all sides.
actually, this could be
You
going
wouldn't want to
up.
have to backtrack to yours once you'd made
Because,
a decision
like,
that took you someplace else.
Yeah, never mind. If you're looking down, then you're going down. Am I looking down or up?
And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
This is what I get for not going to the... Oh, I hit right click by accident.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind
Listen, in
devotion,
my defense, it was
rivalry
funny.
and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Oh, okay.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stair. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish way. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement.
Regicide.
Don't you get why
Regicide.
you're here?
Regicide.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember.
Oh my goodness.
Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Regicide. Regicide. Oh, there's no fist fight option. Yeah, sure, this
Is
one.
this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember.
Hello?
Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him.
Wait,
we've
have...
been here before.
For real?
We
I
never
have?
entered the cabin. We just turned around and left.
Oh, yeah.
Until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them.
Unsee it and unthink them
you
is...
have a job to do here,
and is the most Giga Chad thing to say, oh my goodness.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Oh. So if I click one of these, do I click all three of them? Because all of them light up when I hover over them. Yeah, this
Wait,
one.
that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward.
Oh,
Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening
can I
kaleidoscope
stab
as your very
all of
self
them?
is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves.
Did I win?
Falls apart? I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Can I stab them
We
again?
should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Oh, yeah, our actions
It's a
never
little
have
late for
consequences.
regret, isn't it?
Please.
No. Huge L. Oh.
She's gone. Where did she
I
go?
got the mirror.
Should
The
we
mirror's
try and find
back.
her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? I'm begging you, don't do this. This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Hello? Oh, I hit right click by accident. I'm at the cabin, I guess.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What does this do? Do I hit that? Yeah, I'll do that. Sure.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now. I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Oh man, I can't destroy myself now. What was I? Yeah, sure,
I
whoever
think
this
that
is.
you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Yeah, sure, whatever this one is.
There's nowhere for you to be but here. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walks. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Okay. I think this is plot progression, so I'll just do the rest.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Yeah, whatever
I'm
this one
sorry.
is.
There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Did I win?
Promise that it doesn't hurt.
I think I won.
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Yeah,
I
sure.
have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are. She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends? You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. Nothing as we are.
Did I
But I
win?
know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh goodness, there are more options now. I'm gonna ask all the questions.
I
Sure.
have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Everything, until we meet again. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
This feels like I definitely wasn't supposed to be here on my first playthrough.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Yeah, okay, I'll
She
forget, I
asks
guess.
that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Alright. I win!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I just got 2 achievements.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, okay, I'll go get the regicide ending.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning. Before you go any, she will lie.
Yeah, okay.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty,
There's no
and the floor
mirror.
and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do.
I don't take the.
You take the blade from
knife.
the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just checking in on you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Look, hero. You walk
Technically, he never
downstairs
told me not
and
to
lock eyes
say I
with
was
the
going to
princess.
kill her.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, sure, okay,
Step
I'll kill
forward,
her.
your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
You're literally
I'm probably
chained.
chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have,
I'll
you'll
throw it
have to
at
get
you.
close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay.
You go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Yeah, okay,
You charge
sure.
the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Okay.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow. We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do?
Again, why didn't I just throw the knife at her?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is.
Sick.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The tower. The pizza tower?
On a path in the woods.
I don't
And at
know
the end of
why that was
path
the first thing
is
I
the
thought of.
cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. I just died though. Yeah, this one.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to stay. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Oh, I keep accidentally hitting right
She's
click.
not going to kill you unless you let her. But Slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Can I get the Sisyphus ending where I get killed again?
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yeah, I
Might as well
get it. Oh.
pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do,
The hero
don't
actually
pledge
said,
yourself to her. I cannot stress
the
enough
hero,
how
I can't believe the
absolutely
hero ratioed the
catastrophic that would be
broken.
for everyone, yourself included.
That's crazy. Imagine talking to a dead version of yourself and saying, maybe you're just annoying.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Yeah, you don't. Shut up.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
I'm gonna go to the mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm
Shut
sure
up.
if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage, though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
My dead self is talking to
Do
me.
you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Alright,
You
take
the blade
that.
from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall.
Oh, I accidentally
this is
clicked.
kind of nice, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a
Oh, she's
guest
gonna
I
be
hear?
huge.
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this long. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Alright, so even if I don't hesitate this time, will I die anyway?
Time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
No. Yeah,
As
no,
if on
okay.
command, the blade slips from
Oh,
your
okay,
grasp.
never mind.
It clatters uselessly to the floor, but we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No, or...
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs
Okay.
buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
Alright, we got not Sisyphus.
That's my
Yeah,
good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
yeah, we didn't get Sisyphus ending.
The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
No.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
No, okay, I can't get any of
You
these,
reach
alright.
forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway. You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quite
Oh my
sure.
gosh, Hollow Knight!
While I am brilliant radiance.
This actually makes sense because the
Keep that
knight in
knife
Hollow Knight
in
is
your
really
hand
small.
and slit your throat.
Oh, okay.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Okay.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End. Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
Okay.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry. Don't! As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing.
Why can't I commit regicide?
It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple
Wait, for real?
walking has become an arduous impossibility.
Also, there's a Hollow Knight vocalist? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but...
slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have... It's what she...
I hate this guy.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that prop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next. Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
For real!
Influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will. You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing...
Shut up!
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the relief of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what... No. Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break
Let's
through,
go, gamers!
to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Regicide!
As you find your
Regicide!
target again and again, she laughs,
Oh.
cold emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason. It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness. Shut up.
Yeah!
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks.
Okay,
Numbness
why could I not
spreading
fist
through
fight
your body.
before, but now
As
she
you
can
rebound
punch me?
towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. but the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this. The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall. But I don't feel liberated.
Yeah, because you're a loser. Oh, hit right click.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you.
Alright, this time I'm gonna try to kill her the first time. But if I just get the... Oh, there's a third chapter. Never mind. Oh, sick. Am I in hell now?
And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that? I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Oh, hey, we have another one now.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be. You're damn right we did. You'll get over it.
I like this guy.
Not that I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous.
No.
Alright, enough chatter. I've got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here. Yeah, you think? Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it? Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen to me. That's not really an answer. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Okay, well, actually, there's a quick save feature to this hit video game. Okay, cabin. Turn around and leave. Let's go. Let's get the other guy back in here. Yeah, this one.
Can't. Anything I say at this point is far more likely to accelerate the unraveling of this place than it is to actually help you do your job. In fact, I probably shouldn't have even said that. I trust that if you've been here before, it means you know how dangerous she is, and that you know I'm not lying to you about her. Really? That's it. That's all we're getting out of you. He just wants to keep things going the way they are. But we've been given a second chance to do right by her. She can build something better than this.
I can't wait to go into the basement, and then it's Amy Faith. Actually, she has her like face cut out.
I get it. You're conflicted. You've been through a lot, but I really have to be firm here. I will tell you one thing, which is that even now you are capable of stopping her and saving the world from ruin. You always have been, and you always will be. Do with that what you will.
Pulled in 100 different directions. No Slayer, I just... Yeah, I guess this one.
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. Enter. That's it.
Okay.
No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess in the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just
Shut up, we're gonna kill her.
Cut it out.
You need to veto right now and you're making a wish.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to
Oh hey, there's a mirror!
carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Alright.
That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror.
There's a mirror right
You're
there.
seeing things, or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say?
He thinks we've lost them, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us is
Oh my gosh, that's your
broken.
name!
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from...
Can we not pick up the knife now? Because I just realized since we're like at the door.
We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open.
No, not yet!
Breaking against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as if, why am I not surprised?
No!
Forward into the darkness.
Go back, I need the knife!
The basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel
Can
my
I go
hands
back and
touch
get my
your
knife?
throat.
She's so angry with us. Why?
Shut
Got
up.
to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our...
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
I want to get my knife!
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood.
Yeah, how am I gonna fist fight that thing?
That drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks drape.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Can I go get a knife?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, her skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment.
Shut up.
That we can
Yeah.
We've done it before, and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
Yeah, Broken doesn't deserve to talk. I don't like him.
Still unarmed, you charge towards the princess.
You made me be unarmed!
Now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Oh, alright.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
And how do you know what cold is? Oh!
She's gone. Where did she go?
Okay, so does that just happen every time, or is that because I keep interacting with the mirror?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so
sure.
bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yeah,
Screw the
it is.
mirror. We just need to find the princess. I don't want to look at us.
Sure.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
Wait, so why does the mirror appear? It just appears every time?
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Oh, okay.
Some mercy.
I've grown, apparently. I don't see it, but apparently I have.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gets fresh perspective and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment,
Man. Oh. Well, I don't want to say that. I don't know what that, Sure,
Why
whatever.
wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Wait, hold. Wait. Yeah, sure.
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
Okay. Alright, I guess I'll get out of
I may
here.
return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Sick. Oh, I need 5, okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Alright, this
You're
time
here to
I'm
slay
gonna
them.
not ask the narrator a question before I kill her.
That's the spirit.
And I'm gonna see if anything changes.
You make your way up the short path. Warn, she will lie. The interior of the blade. You take the blade. The door to the base. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so coldly focused on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are
Yes.
you here to kill me or something?
No. Yeah, sure,
You
this
step
one.
forward. Your grip on the blade.
Oh? No talking then? I'm probably chained up in this cell. You should just...
She's unarmed. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give
Yeah,
way
okay, that's
and look
different.
down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's
Yeah,
like
why didn't
she's
I stab
convinced
her
she
more?
can't die. Yes,
Maybe she can't.
even as she lays there dying,
I mean, she probably
she
can't, but...
entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Sick.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Yippee, I slayed the
But that day
princess.
isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a
Okay.
lost forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Yeah,
What's
sure.
done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Yeah,
I do,
sure.
but you're probably not going to like it.
Oh, am I gonna stab
The
myself?
blade.
Yeah.
We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
I mean,
Do you
this
not?
doesn't look really
There's more
wonderful.
for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
I didn't get my 6th sense! You're right!
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The
Epic.
end. Nice knowing you. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Yeah.
I can assure you that you're not dead. If you don't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
I think after we get back to the,
Hold on, before you go any further.
Mirrorland
She
again,
will
I think
lie,
it's called the
she
Long
won't be a
Quiet.
problem.
I think after we get there again, we're gonna save and we're gonna end the stream, I think.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
I'll take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub, but
It's
there
pretty
was a
much
mirror a
tradition
second
at
ago,
that
and now
at this
it's
point
gone.
to just mirror
Let's not
it
spend
up.
much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Alright. Let's go in the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend
Yeah.
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your
Oh.
thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally,
Damn it. The eye flows over to join the head.
Ghost!
oh, wow, how absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
For real.
Oh,
Damn it. That's why I see you again. I have some issues with our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Let's do it! Dropping an F for the princess. Do we kill her again? You know, she's already dead. What is she gonna do to
I
us?
see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
You threatened me, so I stabbed you. That is not a good excuse. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I'll just stab her, I guess. Actually, would it just, like, go through her body?
This isn't
Yeah.
a solution. Nobody wins here.
You're...
Oh, she's upset, isn't she?
You're abandoning me here?
It would seem so, yes.
After everything you've done to me, you've chosen to do more?
Well, technically, I'm not doing
The
anything
princess
by
starts
doing
to
this,
float
so...
erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
But if you just leave me, then everything's just going to be stuck here forever. That there's nothing I can do. It's just going to go on and on and on and on, lonely and sad and hurting and empty. No, not that.
She's about to try something. Get ready. The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
Yeah. What?
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
She forces
Sick.
her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Yeah.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an
Oh,
icy,
okay.
numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Okay.
It's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Yeah, sure.
You swing your blades towards her
Yeah,
bleakly
that's what I
corporeal throat.
thought was gonna
It
happen.
connects.
Oh,
The
wait,
gash
huh?
widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps. Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Sick.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again.
Is Wraith stupid?
Stacked,
Do I not?
isn't
Oh.
it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring. It was bullshit. So you killed yourself. Yeah. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Yeah, what? Wait, huh? Yeah!
You are already committed to its
Oh,
completion. You cannot go further astray.
okay. Guess we'll just go to the
You
cabin.
continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Yeah, alright, let's go in.
The interior of the cabin is long.
Oh,
and
hey, there's a
dark,
mirror.
A single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it? If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The
Sick.
way to the basement. Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always
Oh my
been
gosh.
watched. You're watching us right
The
now.
message you get when
Sometimes the feeling is
in
just
the faith
stronger.
when the
I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
Wait, what's a major L?
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
What happened? Oh. You ever have a Oh, that was okay.
Nothing. It's like this place read our minds just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy
Okay.
pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the
Oh my
princess.
goodness.
Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. Different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
Yeah.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
And you think that's even? How
Well, technically
adorable.
it is.
But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again.
Listen, you were a
If I were
ghost.
you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
Yeah, for real.
That's a good one.
Evil is all about perspective. After all you've done, why would I ever care about what you think
That
of
is
me?
something an evil person would say. Evil is all about perspective.
Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
What do you mean the game said stop killing her? No, it didn't. The guy told me to kill her
The rest
again.
of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Oh, well, it did take away the knife, I guess.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head and crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
I think only the cheated one
Not
said
like
that.
this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. So cramped in here, like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table. That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss. Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Yeah.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
Oh.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away. You throw everything you have against her and
This is
manage
3.
for one brief moment to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Okay. You literally took over my body.
Slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. What? An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now? But I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh, and why is that? He's gone. But
Velocity ceases and you feel something. A massive growth.
she's gone. And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? It
I'll
feels
just
so
say this
bad,
again.
like it's going to do something to us. I can feel it. You don't need to comfort them. Oh, I don't like that silence.
I've withered, apparent. Oh yeah, I've withered.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. As easily as you can stand to be you, you are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Yes! Yeah, not really.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be, but that doesn't make any of them less special. This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Yeah,
I
okay.
will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path in the woods.
I'm just gonna save here. So I think that's gonna be the end of the stream. I hope people enjoyed. And we'll probably stream it again. Uh, yeah, we will stream it again. Since we didn't bring like we didn't get the 5 like different things yet. Yeah, I think that's it. Bye.